So what sacrifices have I made to do this as a full-time job? Now I know that many jobs we all sort of sacrifice, whether it's time with family or friends or hobbies, many things. But to get to a point in this sort of creative space, and I think this applies to any sort of self-employed job, but especially in this where you don't actually need to be at university or go to college to actually learn about photography. You can sort of do it yourself. You can obviously research online, look at things which appeal to you, whether it's cars or fashion. And so, like, most things, you can get a camera and say, I'm a photographer. But in actual fact, to become good, competent, understand what you're doing, you need to be in it 24/7. And yes, I've made choices to do with my passion and this sort of work over friends, family, many things, and whether that's to actually sort of expand my work or to do other jobs or meet new clients, or whether it's because I wanted to do something because I thought that it would enhance what I already do, and so I chose that over seeing a relative, or and we're talking about things obviously like going out for a drink or meals and so on. But out of everything I do now, I get the choice either to work or spend it with the family. Now I've got 4 children, so I have a pretty hectic schedule through the week when they're off and in the evenings with school clubs and things. So my choices are very limited to what I can and can't do. And this isn't a bad thing, this is the choice I've made, and this is also where I want to be. So whether it's doing this job because it will pay for this, or doing this job because I really want that in my portfolio, those are the sort of choices I make when I do jobs. I don't obviously just turn any job away, I do most jobs, but it's whether it's going to benefit me, whether it enables me to have next week off or do other things or test or do some product work. So it's a big ask for anyone to do this sort of work. I think most people feel that you're just pressing the button and you're not doing anything else, but in actual fact, to be enabled to do this, I've had to sacrifice a lot to get to where we are. And the other misconception is that with this sort of work, because you don't need to go to university if you don't want to, unless you want to do a master's or something like that, or sort of niche down into something specific, but you need to understand the context of what you're shooting. A lot of people get hung up with all the technicalities of lenses, camera bodies, sensor size, medium format, 35mm. It doesn't matter. It's actually about learning how you're supposed to take photos of something in the context and the story that's there, or documenting, and that's the biggest thing. So in actual fact, honing your skills isn't about learning about diffraction, dynamic range, or anything else. It's about doing the job and delivering the goods. So yes, you will lose countless hours. You possibly will lose friends, or not necessarily lose them, but you won't have time for them. If you really want to make this into a business, whether you do weddings, fashion, products, e-com, you will be signing your soul away, in theory. To become successful and to sort of generate an income where you have chance to do other things and also improve your portfolio in general, you will just have to bite the bullet on it. And so it's something which I don't think anyone should take lightly, whether it's this or any other sort of self-employed work. Anyone who owns their own business will tell you that there is countless hours that go into it, and you know, networking with people and research and looking at everything which embodies what you're trying to deliver, because you've either got a passion for it, whether it be money or to create good things, or, you know, whatever it is. So yes, be prepared to sell your soul to the devil when you pick up a camera, because I have found, and not that I'm complaining, it's a bottomless pit. In a good sense. Anyway, less of the doom and gloom. Make sure you're subscribed, check my affiliate links below, and what do you think? If you're a photographer, not as a hobby but getting paid for it, do you find that you're sort of going down that rabbit hole of, you know, turning people down and stuff? I'd like to hear, so give me a shout. I'll see you next time.